Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will teach you comprehension of an unseen passage and we will see in detail understanding ideas of unseen passage, facts, arguments, tone and vocabulary in context. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. Now let's move towards the approach that one should follow while attempting a reading comprehension in the exam. The most common suggestion and approach is first read the entire passage and then answer the question that follows. So firstly, let's discuss this approach in detail. So try to make notes while solving or reading comprehensions. It is crucial for locating the appropriate information and also act as a mental bookmark, thus helping in better understanding of the topic. While making notes, one must look towards and identify following things. First, subject of the passage, which or what is the precise thing the author is talking about. Then second, main idea of the passage, what the author is saying about the subject. And then third, tone of the author of the passage, which is the manner that the author has adopted in the passage. Now, as soon as one figure out the above three things and central point of the passage, one will be familiar with the gist, that is GI, that is the general idea, plus S, that is the structure, plus T, that is the tone of the passage. This will also help you to build a thematic composition and logical sequence of the passage, thus enable you to answer questions from particular parts of the passage. But this sole approach is beneficial for the ones who generally read very fast. Then what approach should one follow in a reading comprehension? Below are the some of the approaches that one must try. So first, instead of reading the entire passage, read critically the first and last paragraph of the reading comprehension. Generally, what the author is saying can be identified in the first few lines of the passage, which in case of longer passages becomes roughly 1/3 of the passage. Now for the rest passage, examine hastily what the author has said about the subject. Also for longer passages, try to put down in 10 to 15 words for each paragraph what you feel are the central points of the passage. Now the next thing in this approach is to identify the structural words that tell you the important ideas or transitions in a passage. And these structural words play a specific role in a sentence and paragraph. These three kinds of words describe three roles that words can play in a paragraph. For example, first is continuity words. In this, the author would support his point of view further. Then second is contrast words. In this, the author would introduce a contradictory point of view. Then third is the conclusion words. In this, the author would sum up his argument so far. Now third, further try to recognize the words that represent positive and negative role in the passage. These words will let you decide whether the author is for or against the subject. Thus, these words help you establish the motive of the author. And fourth, whenever a question is asked on a phrase given in the passage, just read the 3 lines above and below that phrase to have an idea of what is implicit from that phrase. Now, to develop a better level of comprehension, one requires certain skills. First, logical ability. Second, the ability to infer. Third, analytical ability. Fourth, reasoning ability. Fifth, ability to understand the main motive or the idea of the author. Sixth, reading speed. Seventh, vocabulary power. Eighth, remembering some important information from the paragraph otherwise, or we need to refer the paragraph again and again, which will consume more time. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this English lesson series and learned a lot. So you can continue studying with me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.